Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Today we're going to be working on You Should Be Sad by Halsey. Now at first glance this looks like a pretty simple song. We've got some pretty easy chords in there, but we've got some really complicated stuff going on with the right hand. So I wouldn't recommend this for beginners, unless you want to simplify it a little bit, maybe just strum the chords instead. So I have a capo on the second fret here, and our chords are an A minor, an F, a C, and an E minor. Now if you're playing it without a capo, the chords would be a B minor, a G, a D, and an F sharp minor. So for our A minor, we're going to pop our first finger on the second string in the first fret, our second finger on the fourth string in the second fret, and our third finger on the third string in the second fret. For our F, we're going to bar our first fret there, all the way up to the sixth string. Pop your third finger on the fifth string in the third fret, your fourth finger just below that on the fourth string in the third fret, and then your second finger on the third string in the second fret. Now if you're not used to bar chords or you have a bit of trouble with them, make sure to watch my bar chords video, which is in the description below. So from the F, we're going to move to a C. So your first finger on the second string in the first fret, your second finger up on the fourth string in the second fret, then your third finger on the fifth string in the third fret. And then your E minor. So your first finger goes on the fifth string in the second fret, and your second finger just below that on the fourth string in the second fret. So apart from maybe that F chord, it's a pretty simple chord progression so far. But now we're going to introduce our finger picking part, and this is where it gets a little bit tricky. So that finger picking part sounds like this. So notice we have that bass note going pretty steady that whole time, just playing it on the beat with your thumb. So if you're A minor, we got your thumb on the fifth string for that bass note. So I'm going to play the bass note with your thumb, then the third string with your first finger. Now with our left hand, we're actually going to add our fourth finger onto the third fret in the second string, actually making that chord an A sus4. I'm going to pick it up with our second finger. So far we have this. Then we hit that bass note again, and then go back to a regular A minor shape. So take off that fourth finger again, and then hit that second string again. Then we hit the bass note again, and now we're taking off our first finger on the second string, and hitting that second string with our second finger again. And that chord's actually an A sus2 now. So far we have this. Then we're going to hit the bass note again, and then the third string. So all together. Now it's important to make sure that bass note is on the beat every time. Especially with that A sus4. Make sure we're not rushing or dragging it all, so we've got that solid beat in the background, because that's really the whole support and basis of this song. Then we move to that F chord. So we're going to hit that sixth string with our thumb for the bass. Then the third string with our first finger, bass again, second string with our second finger, bass again, third string again, bass, and the second string again. Then we move to a C. So I'm hitting the fifth string with my thumb for the bass, and again hitting that third string with my first finger. Bass again, second string with my second finger, bass, third string, bass, and then actually adding my fourth finger up to the third fret on the second string. And then that E minor. So hitting the sixth string for the bass. So again, going bass, third string, bass, second, bass, third string again, bass again, and then adding our first finger onto the second string in the first fret. So all together we have this. So a couple of important things to note. As I already said, we want to make sure that bass note is going constantly on the beat. But that does mean that our higher notes aren't moving around a little bit. So especially on beat 1 of each bar, okay, so of each chord, you'll notice that that first third string note is a little bit delayed. So the C, for example, hitting the bass note and then holding that a little bit longer before we hit that third string. And we're essentially going straight to the bass immediately after we play it. And then the rest of those notes are even on the offbeat. Now this happens with all of the chords except for, of course, that first A minor, because we've got a little bit of a different sort of rhythm going on there. Now the other thing I'm doing when playing this song is that for the most part I'm not actually playing the whole chord, because we're just fingerpicking certain notes, certain strings of the chord, so some of those fingers will be there for no real reason except for just getting in the way. So the A minor, I'm doing the whole chord. For the F, I'm actually just barring that first fret, then adding my second finger onto that third string in the second fret. And as you can hear and see, that still actually contains all the notes we need. For the C, I'm only putting down my first and my third fingers, just ignoring that second finger altogether. And again, we've got all the notes we need in there. For the E minor, I'm actually just not fingering anything at all until that first fret second string comes in. So altogether, that sounds like this. And there we have it, guys. That picking pattern and chord progression goes throughout the whole song, except for leading to the choruses where we just have a whole strum on the C and the E minor. So of course you will need to play the whole shapes for those. Make sure to click the link in the description below for the full playthrough so you can play along, and leave any suggestions, requests or comments in the comment section below. Thanks guys, hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you next time.